Is it worth it? Yes, but it depends. If you're looking for an ultra-wide lens for your Canon crop sensor camera, this is the right one. Okay, so the reason why this is worth it is because you can get a shot as wide as this, even though I'm just like a hand away from my camera. The great thing about this is that it's compact, it's small, it's cheap, not cheap, it's affordable, and you can find it anywhere. The only caveat is that it's a variable aperture, meaning that it's not as the L series lens, that it's a fixed aperture. But we'll explain later in the video. The reason why this lens is worth it is because an ultra wide, you can get landscape shots and you can get wider angles than your regular lenses or even your kit lens. This is great for landscape, indoors. With this one, some indoor situations are good enough or just barely good to use. You'll see later why. But you know, for the price and for what it offers in 2025, it is a great lens. So pretty much that lens that well, now it's the 10-18. It's equivalent to this one in full frame, which is a 16-35 f4. The difference is that this is a variable aperture, meaning that it will not remain the same on all of the ranges, right? So it may be what it says 4.5 right now. If I do this, it will go to 5.6. In comparison to this, it will stay 4 all the way. Also, something good about it is that it's compact in comparison to this. Look how this is. You'll see later how they stack next to each other. But you know, in 2025 with the economy and all that, if you're trying to have a good hobby that you can just enjoy cheaply or affordably, this lens can offer everything that you're looking for. But you know, this is the Canon lens. If you're looking for any other brand, other brands, other third party can get you the same amount of quality for the same, not the same amount of price, but close enough. So something that you can see already is that there's a little bit of noise in the screen in comparison to this. That's because of the variable aperture, and it's a crop sensor lens, meaning that it takes less light than a full frame lens. Even if it's on a full frame camera, it will not be able to take as much light as a full frame lens. This is a 10-18 equals to a 16-35 when you add the Canon crop sensor to it. In other cameras, it may be 1 millimeter off, you know. So at the end of the day, this lens is great. If you're trying to use it in the daylight, amazing. If you are using it like right now, which is 7:47 here in Florida at the time of the recording, it may not give you the best quality. It is sharp, you know, it has minimal distortion around the edges, and even I'm close enough to see I'm not distorted or whatever, even if, well, of course you can see, but at the end of the day, it's a really great lens. I recommend it, and I like how it works. You know, the vibration motors are not giving an issue. The autofocus, you know, it's auto-focusing, it's working, so it's fine. It's a great lens. I like it. I recommend it. I hope you like it too, and I see that you're interested. That's the reason why you're here. Thank you for coming, I guess. But the only weakness, once again, is the light. That, you know, if it's for professional work, this will not be the lens. You know that. I know that. Even this might not be for professional work, f4. f2.8 is the standard for most people. But at the end of the day, gear doesn't matter depending the context, you know. A lens will not get you, well, maybe yes or maybe not, but a lens will not get you all the way to where you want to. So you may want to step it up, or you may have to step it up a notch. Okay, so now I just took it out of the tripod. You can see it's on my hand, you know. So I'm just gonna walk with it. You may see some vibration, some whatever, but you know, it's working fine, no issues. It may not stabilize as much as the other ones, but it's working good. No sound, no nothing, and it's stabilized. Some of the benefits of a lens like this is that as you can see, this is the f4, the Canon f4, 15-35 f4. This is the 10-18. You can see how big the difference is on size, right? So the good thing is that you can take this anywhere and it will not feel heavy. It's a great traveling lens, and it's great for vlogging if you plan to vlog on like a lot, you know. Even if you have a stabilizer like a gimbal, this will be even better for your gimbal because it will give less of a load. So in comparison to this, it's great quality, amazing for the price, but this, it's just even better just for a beginner, not a pro or, you know, for paid work. You can use it for paid work. You can make money out of it. But if, you know, if you may want to step it up a notch, if you want to prove on the quality and all that, you may want to go up with a pro lens. Not all the time, because you got to start somewhere, but longer down the line, you will need to step up your game. Well, pretty much most of your kit lenses will start at here, 18 to 55, 18 to 45, or 18 and higher, right? While this goes from 10 to 18, you know? It's a great ultra-wide lens at the end of the day. Just think about the weaknesses of it, which are pretty much low light, variable aperture, and that's pretty much it. But aside from that, it's a great lens and I recommend it. Okay, now we're back to the 35 f4. Now you see if it's worth it. It is up to you. In this time and age, in 2025, I do recommend this lens if you're starting into photography or even video. And if you have a crop sensor camera, even if you have a full frame, I will advise you, you know, do not spend money twice. It's like one of those YouTubers say, buy nice or buy twice. So if you plan to take it as a hobby and not go professionally or just plain hobby, great lens. If you're starting up, it's a great lens. Just keep in mind that you may have to get rid of it in the long run. It's not something for you to keep long time. I have this because I have a Canon M50 and now I have this camera, and if I need two lenses, now I have two angles with two cameras with around the same focal range. So I do recommend it. Once again, I do recommend it, but it's up to you. If you feel that it fulfills your needs, yes, this is the lens that I would recommend for ultra wide and blogging and, you know, indoor shooting. But indoor shooting with a big asterisk, because you will need good amount of light for this to show its potential. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you like it. Have a good one.